Hello, how we doing? Monday morning. I'm laughing here. I shouldn't be, I suppose. This is my third attempt at a Witter today. Because I just use my phone and I don't have an awful lot of technology going on. I've got just about to the end of 2 Witters already. And the phone's rung and cut me off. So I'm having another go. It's obviously going to be one of them days. I've already developed the name this last week of a 2020 syndrome, because I feel we're all suffering a bit from it. All sorts of things going right or wrong, or not quite so, or far more hassle than it should be, all this sort of stuff. Yeah, so we're 2020 syndrome, and it's having a little go at me this morning already. So here we go. Monday morning Witter that should have been at the weekend. Now I'm not going to remember what I've said. I've not said, because I'm losing the plot on it. Never mind. Over here, it's the quilt top for log cabin variations. As you can see, I finally put it together. I'd hoped to do it at the weekend and Witter at the weekend, but I didn't get time to finish it off properly. And I thought, you know what, sometimes it's worth waiting and doing it properly and getting it right. So I wanted to have it all put together for you. So I finished that about 9 o'clock last night. Life and family and things get in the way on occasion, and they did this weekend. So, yeah, I've now got a text message coming across the phone, because I look at that to see what I'm talking about, and now I've got this big text message. Never mind. Keep calm. Don't have hysterics here yet. So, log cabin variation quilt. Okay. In the centre, I was saying to everybody, sorry, I was still laughing. Okay. I'm calm. Traditional log cabin in the centre. The very first block that we did, I decided to repeat that by 3. Because this enabled me to give you a sample of what a log cabin traditional quilt could look like, obviously multiplied over. And you can do it, depending what design you want, you can get squares come up of it, or stripes, or all sorts of things within. So I thought that was quite nice, and I put a couple of little borders around that so that actually made the blocks up to size, because in the rest of them, which is very unusual, I've put sashing. Okay, so the sashing has gone in between all the blocks so that actually it gives each block its own definition, because they are all different and we use different techniques and stuff. So I want people to see what they are, yeah, and they don't get lost in amongst. I'm sorry, I'm still laughing. I do apologise, everybody. Never mind, eh? Never mind, it's all good. It's Monday morning awesomeness. 2020 syndrome. Lots of lovely log cabin. It actually got me to thinking, because log cabin, I love log cabin, but then I love all patchwork. And I say this all the time. I love doing the tops, the patchwork tops and things. I'm not into machine quilting. I can do it. I can teach it. I don't enjoy it. I prefer hand quilting. And I haven't actually got time to do this. So this is yet another one going up the road to my mate Sarah at Ambleside Quilting. She's got a pile of quilt tops here waiting, growing now, to be done. Do keep an eye out for Sarah with her long arming, because she's very, very reasonably priced. But you can trust her to do whatever you're wanting. I know that I shall just say to her, actually, do what the hell you want on this one, and it will come back looking superb. She's done my mystery quilts on several occasions now, and so she's now my chief mystery quilt person for long arming. Yeah, I do know, and I've heard horror stories all over the place of, you know, things not being quite what people want. It's very, very difficult from a commission side of things to get things as people see them in their mind, because what they see isn't necessarily what you see. Yeah, as proven really by, I bet you weren't expecting this, because if you've been joining us, I bet yours looks totally different. Nothing wrong with that. So you do have to have a little bit of leeway there. I know that I can trust and send that away. It's going to come back looking gorge. That's all I'm worried about. This one will get used in the future as a teaching quilt because of all these different techniques and ways of doing things. I've really enjoyed doing this one, even though it's taken me a little while. I like it. So there we are. So that's our log cabin variation. Now, I had a little thought while I was doing this. I can remember years ago, it's over 20 years now, when I was doing my City and Guilds, we had to experiment with log cabin. And I did a design back then of Christmas stuff, because we were coming up for Christmas, so you know, Christmas was the theme. And I'm going to dig out and see can I find, because there were a couple of different designs I did. One of all using log cabin, but to show you a picture. Yeah, I think one was Christmas trees, but I know the other one was a Christmas wreath. So I'm going to try and dig them out, because I figure that might be a bit good, because it will fit in with what we've been doing over the past, well, it's months, isn't it? A couple of months, if not more. And I'll stick that as a pattern over on my website, all right, in the blog there as a download, if I can find it for you, so you can just have that one. And then you can use up all your scraps and stuff, because it will work really well with scraps, or you can buy a bit of fabric, what the hell. But I reckon that'll look really cool. Okay, and if I can suss it, it's the how to, I'll put it onto the Facebook Witterings group as well. Give me a chance to do it though. I've got several Christmas trees over there to write up and do, yeah. And we've got another witter yet to come from Andy, Crafty-UK, with all of his Christmassy type stuff. But I have to write up a little pattern for that one. Once I've done that, then I'll put that witter out for everybody to see, because Andy and I had hysterics back in June or whenever it was, July, doing a bit of a Christmas one for you. Right, so there we go. So that's brought us to the end of that there Witter Quilt number 5. I think we ought to go on to Witter Quilt number 6. I don't know quite what to do though, that's my problem. Well, I mean, I never know what I'm doing until I do it on the day anyway. But I'm thinking we haven't done any applique, have we? Might have to be applique. I think I mentioned this once before. So, all sorts of different ways of doing applique, obviously. I will say up front, I will do mine with Bondaweb. A, because of the time element, and I find that quicker and easier, and I can get things done in time for you all. And B, because I am a Viseline, I never know how they pronounce it these days, ambassador. So I keep their products, and I play with their products, and I help you with their products. So Bondaweb it will be, okay? What topic? That's the next thing. I'm going to ask you for some help here. All right, so all of you that do still carry on watching and want to take part in this next one, or even if you don't want to, you might just want to be looking at, who knows. Give me a few ideas of what topic do you want? What subject should we do for this quilt? What am I going to be appliquing? Are we simple? Are we more complicated? Are we colourful? Are we completely different in every block? What are we doing? Are we even doing blocks? Who knows? All right. So a little bit of input from you lot, please, today, tomorrow, as you're watching it. I'm going to aim a start on this one for the weekend, okay? So that will give you the rest of this week to decide what are we going to do, all right? Well, now, give up. I'm going to decide that, but you can chuck me your ideas and I will hope to include them for you, okay? Who knows, I might even include them in a proper design. Who knows? We all get inspiration from all over the place. I've got several things going on in there at the minute. Several. So that's the next Witter Quilt, and that'll be Witter Quilt 6 applique. Okay, so your help on that one. Shout me what you want. What else has been going on? Well, all that lovely Tilda that came in. I've been busy doing and making, and I've got a design in mind. I've done all the complicated bits ready. I now need to do a few more bits to put all together, and then I have to write up the pattern, and then we'll do that as kits or pattern with the new Tilda range, which is absolutely gorgeous. Do you know what? As you get older, or as you develop, or I don't know, or whether you've been within anything creative for any length of time, you start moving along. In my mind, you should never ever stop progressing in some sort of direction. I've got a little burp going on there, sorry. If you just stop at one thing, it's lovely. But have you developed any further? Have you gone any further? So the day that I stop querying things and stop making designs and stop pushing myself will be the day really that I retire into my little hole in the house instead of into my little cupboard, and start using up all my stash. So yeah, so what to be next? So that's that one. But what I was really getting is the Tilda fabrics. Once upon a time, I would have considered them very mute, very not me. I love them. They're a little bit more, they're a little bit brighter, which means that the designer is developing and carrying on as well, in my mind. And the types of designs are a little bit bolder somehow, and the colour, although they're not bright, they're very subtly playing with each other. So I now really quite like the Tilda fabric. Once upon a time, I really wouldn't have entertained the idea, but now, so as I say, this quilt's coming out, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a little bit like the mystery quilt. The mystery quilt that I did last time that is now running. I've done using Tilda fabric. You don't have to. And that was a bit brighter and different. Now this range is different again. It's very exciting. Very exciting. I still like me big and bold though. I've not changed that much. So anyway, yeah, mystery quilt. If anybody wants to join the mystery quilt, English Country Garden, we're on to month 2 and the patterns have gone out for month 2. I know that a couple of, hopefully they're getting there today, tomorrow, because we're talking Ireland and Guernsey and far away places. But I believe all the ones in the mainland UK have arrived. And I know this in some cases because actually they've already done the blocks and put them in the group. One lady, Jackie, had finished them on the day that they were released. I can't get my head around that. And then Sally's finished hers. And they're lovely to see, you know. You're all developing and taking your own, you're really taking your own step on these, which is fabulous. I'm very, very impressed. So if anyone wants to join us with the mystery quilt, it's not too late. You can join in anytime you want. You'll find the details for it over on UK Quilters United website. Okay, over on the website, on the mystery page, on the mystery quilt page. All right, so mystery quilt BOM, block of the month. So not too late, or just shout me direct and if you're not too sure. All right, and we'll sort that out. Exciting. Everybody's liking it so far, which is really, really good in my mind. I'm so pleased, so pleased. Cornwall, it's grey and horrible out there today. There's a little bit of sun trying to come through, but not a lot. Great. Tom's here asleep. For those of you that don't know, he's got his own Facebook page now, because his antics just get me. So I now put photos of him up. People often ask, how is he, where is he, what is he? So yeah, he's got his own Facebook page. Black Cat Tom is who he is. Black Cat Tom. And you know what, if you want to put photos on there, please do, and they can be of your pussycats and quilts. We don't mind, because I think, you know, cats is as close to us as our craft. I really do. There we are. So Black Cat Tom. Anything else to be saying? There are probably loads of things to be saying. I did a fabulous tapestry this weekend. I had to stretch for a lady because I'm always on back with pitch framers. It took me 2 efforts to get that steam blocked twice to get it really, really straight and lovely. Looks fab now. Oh. Very pleased about that as well. So I'll put a photo of that up later. I've got permission. So I'm going to put a photo up later. If you saw how it arrived, immaculately stitched, but with a twist, and that's even on a frame, which can happen. So part of my job is then putting that back and making it look lovely. and I am so chuffed with this one. It took me a lot of effort, and it's all been laced, so you stitch the back of it, loads of it's all sorts of things. But it took just about all day yesterday to do that, so I was really pleased about it. I'll put a photo over on, and we're picture framing Weybridge for that one, so yeah, perhaps have a little look. So if you're into cross stitch or tapestry, or even textile art in general, if we can help with your framing and presentation of things, do just say, because I love doing that. Love it. I got thrown totally off track earlier, I'm so sorry. Now my brain has gone addled and I can't remember what I was and wasn't going to tell you, and I'm sure there's all sorts of things I'd intended and I haven't. Don't know, lost it. Monday morning and she's lost the plot already. Okay, so I'm going to say the 3 things as normal. Exercise. What's the other one? Tidying. Yeah, right. And friends and friends, country Romans, lend me your ears. Give them a ring. Say hello to them. Go for a walk. Have a garden meeting. Got quite a few classes and groups coming back together now, I notice. At distance, obviously. I mean, in here I'm teaching again now, but obviously only 3 or 4 at a time because of the distance things. We've got screens that go up on the table here. So that's lovely. Hence less time again for wittering. But yeah, so make sure your friends are happy, everybody's doing something, everyone's occupied and yeah, getting on with life. Yeah, lovely. That's about it really. My little note on Facebook today said be awesome, it's Monday. So go do that, but more than that, be lovely.